Who will rid me of this turbulent priest? December 29, 1170. 4 fully armed knights burst into Canterbury Cathedral. They are not there to pray. They are there to kill. What followed was one of the most shocking crimes of the Middle Ages. A brutal murder inside a holy sanctuary. It would turn a controversial archbishop into a saint, and force one of the most powerful kings in Europe to his knees. Today, we examine the assassination of Thomas Becket, a tragedy of friendship, power, and betrayal. To understand the murder, we must first understand the friendship. In the mid-12th century, Henry II of England ruled a vast empire stretching from Scotland to the Pyrenees. Young, brilliant, and relentlessly energetic. By his side stood Thomas Becket, charming, intelligent, and fiercely ambitious. Though not born noble, Becket rose to become Henry's Lord Chancellor. They hunted together. They debated endlessly. They even shared a bed while traveling. It was, quite literally, a medieval bromance. When the Archbishop of Canterbury died in 1161, Henry saw an opportunity. Why not appoint his closest friend as head of the English Church? Henry wanted control over the church. He assumed Becket would be his loyal instrument. Becket warned him, "Our friendship will turn to hatred." Henry laughed. He should not have. When Becket became Archbishop in 1162, everything changed. The lavish chancellor became an ascetic priest. He wore a painful hair shirt beneath his robes. He resigned as chancellor. Henry felt betrayed. This was not about personality. It was about power. One question defined the conflict. Who stood above the law? God's church or the king's crown? Henry demanded that criminal clergymen be tried in royal courts. Becket insisted they answered only to church courts. The friendship collapsed into open war. Becket fled to France, living in exile for 6 years. Letters turned into threats. Threats turned into excommunications. In late 1170, a fragile truce was reached. Becket returned to England, but not to make peace. Almost immediately, he excommunicated bishops loyal to Henry. When the news reached Henry in Normandy, celebrating Christmas, he erupted. In his rage, the king uttered words history would never forget. Who will rid me of this turbulent priest? Henry gave no direct order. But kings do not always need to. 4 knights, Reginald Fitzurse, Hugh de Morville, William de Tracy, and Richard le Breton, heard enough. They crossed the channel at once. December 29, 1170. Twilight. The knights confronted Becket at his palace. He refused to yield. Dragged toward the cathedral for safety, Becket walked calmly inside. The knights followed, shouting, "Where is the traitor?" Standing by a pillar, Becket replied, "Here I am, no traitor, but a priest of God." Eyewitness Edward Grimm recorded what happened next. The blows fell. One shattered Becket's skull. The final strike broke the sword on the stone floor. Thomas Becket was dead. Christendom was horrified. Miracles were reported. Pilgrims flooded Canterbury. In 1173, Pope Alexander III declared Becket a saint. In 1174, Henry II walked barefoot to Becket's tomb. He knelt, and allowed himself to be whipped by monks. A king humbled by his own words. Henry never ordered a murder. But when words come from power, they can kill without commands. The assassination of Thomas Becket remains a haunting question. How much responsibility does power truly carry? If you enjoyed this journey into medieval history, please like, subscribe, and join us for more stories from the past.